to Maddie and Me. I'm Mandy, and this is Maddie. Woo! Transitioning to table foods. Guys, I've been loving this whole journey of Maddie eating. It's adorable. It's adorable. First, it was just the purees, which she seemed to really like. Now, we've transitioned her to table foods. So, how do you do this? Maddie, 9.5 months, right? She's been eating table foods for a while now. Honestly, there's some key ways to transition your baby. Look for the signs that your baby wants table foods. Maddie kind of showed those signs like instantly, but I wanted to get her used to eating. I wanted to get her learning how to like hold a spoon and all of that. She's a grabby baby. She's constantly grabbing things from Dan and I. And this picture, you can check it out here. I think I've used it here before, of her holding a chip. She does not eat chips yet, but she is always a grabby baby. So she had been grabbing for our food for a long time, even prior to her starting to eat. Once we started to eat though, and even though we were giving her purees, she started grabbing for things like trying to grab the carrot if I was eating a carrot, things like that, grabbing a pepper. So we started to kind of give her things that she could kind of gnaw on a little bit to get her used to. I just gave her a carrot one time. She couldn't eat it, but she put it in her mouth and she was sucking on it. So we kind of went with what she was doing. Does your baby have a little food jealousy? Okay, that's kind of what we were talking about before, but when we were eating, and I was making her her own things. I made puree rice, I would mix up, I would do peas, I would do carrots, I would do broccoli, I would do sweet potatoes. Maddie was always looking at what we were eating. She was always looking at what we were eating. She was always wanting to eat what we were eating. So I took this as, okay, we gotta start giving it to her. We gotta start giving her whole foods. Use the foods that your baby already likes. Maddie, obsessed with sweet potatoes, obsessed with carrots. So I stopped pureeing them. I made them really soft for her so she could grab them, and she started to get it. At first, my husband and I would hand her a sweet potato and she would eat it and all of that. And same thing with carrots. Then she started to wanting to grab it. She started wanting to grab all of her food, even the stuff that's not hand food. But that's okay. That is okay. It was starting over at the beginning, guys, where you're feeding your babe purees and it's all down her face. She wasn't getting as much of it. So I would do one hand food and the rest spoon food. So I knew that she was still getting it. That way, I wasn't worried that, she couldn't gnaw off, because she doesn't have teeth yet. They're starting to come in. Hopefully they've come in by the time I've posted this vlog. She really has to work to eat certain foods. She loves zucchini, but she's got to work at it. She likes cucumbers. Yeah, she's got to work at that. A lot of times she has to work at a lot of foods because she gnaws them. She gnaws them and gets them smaller. But my husband and I always show her the chewing motion so she can get it. And she's getting it, guys. She's getting it. I still have soft food meals, guys. Still have soft food meals. Normally that's breakfast for her. She loves applesauce. I make my own applesauce, and she really likes oatmeal. And I have oatmeal every morning for breakfast, so it's really easy for me to whip up a batch of oatmeal for the two of us. That's spoon food. So she gets it. She eats it all down. She loves it. That way I know that there's one meal that she's getting all the food, and it's really easy for her to eat. That's always breakfast. That's always breakfast for us. We try to have a similar breakfast almost every day a week, sometimes a little different on the weekends. But yeah, so I know that she's getting it, because sometimes there's some meals that I'm did she eat a lot of that? But I keep giving her back the food that drops out of her mouth and all of that, because like I said, she really likes to hand it. She tries to even grab her oatmeal in the morning. I'm no girl, this is spoon food. Maddie's so much more adventurous when she knows that she's eating what we're eating. Last week, I made her a little mini quesadilla. She likes cheese. I've given her tortillas a little bit to try and all that, and she's getting better at eating them. I can tell she loves it. She loves seeing that we're eating the same things. My husband and I always show her, look, we're eating the same thing. Look, look, look. And she'll go and she'll grab it. It's so much easier because a lot of times with the purees, my husband and I had to show her. We had to eat it sometimes to make sure that she like knew it was like good to eat, which was funny and cute. But now with us all eating the same thing, it's so much easier. I'm making my husband and I dinner every night anyway. It's so much easier that she can just eat similar. There's some nights that maybe she can't. Like, I like to make homemade pizza. She can eat the pizza crust and I give it to her, but I feel like she shouldn't just eat like a full-on carb dinner all the time. So I make her other things and it's like a similar. She's having like a similar meal. But in like lunch, we don't always eat the exact same thing at lunch. I like to eat more salads and like I give her like some different things and all that. And she can eat lettuce, but I really don't think she gets much out of the lettuce. So yeah, but she loves it guys, that she's eating the exact same thing. And honestly, it makes it so much easier for me. I know I plan on just seamlessly transitioning her into that as she gets older. I prefer not to have a baby or a child that you have to like make a specific meal for every time. So I'm starting now and hopefully she continues on that path. Transitioning to table food was super, super fun. I love it, guys. I love it. So far, Maddie's like a sponge when it comes to food. She eats everything up and it's so, so cute. Subscribe for more Maddie and me and comment below. Let me know what kind of table foods your baby likes to eat. Yeah, kids? Yeah.